security. This is the first president of the United States post World War II who has not considered the United States of America to have a responsibility to be a standard bearer around international rules and norms, such as sovereignty and territorial integrity. Look what he did as it relates and what he has been doing as it relates to Ukraine. And why is this important? Because America's strength in the context of the globe and the world relies on a number of things. Yes, it relies on the fact that we have the most lethal fighting force in the world, our military, and it relies on what we call our soft power, which is the importance that we have placed in being a participant with other democracies around holding up international rules and norms such as human rights, such as the importance of respecting relationships. Foreign policy is a lot like your friendships in your personal life. The strength of the friendship is going to be based on some mutual recognition of the history of the friendship, what you've been through together. It's going to rely on trust, which is a reciprocal relationship. You give and you receive trust. It's a back and forth. Friendships rely on consistency. Do I follow through on what I say? What I've said? Well, none of this can be counted on when it comes to Donald Trump. None of it. It is, yes, evidence of his lack of character, but it is harmful to the people of America, not to mention people in allied nations around the world.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying now?
Remember,
we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit is on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm DC's own Rabbit Jones.
And I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics Friday night live stream. Come on in and have a seat. And while you're in here, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell, so you know when your boys slide on through there.
Most definitely. Now, if you're new here, you don't even know what to expect. But if you've been here before, you know what's going on here. We chase the magazine coons. And we don't forget about those Puerto Ricans and the white ladies too. They got us in this mess. Welcome, worldwide, black ladies from sea to sea. I appreciate you for tuning in to your boys from DC. You know what I'm saying, now? Kicking the politics the only way we know how. The street way. You know what I'm saying, now?
Yeah.
The street way. What's going on, player? What's going on with you?
Same shit. It's Friday. Just been chilling.
What's going on, player?
You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Uh-oh. Is this thing on? Okay, there we go. But, everything, man, chilling. Now, it's the weekend. I'm trying to enjoy the weekend. Hopefully it's good weather.
Now, the crazy thing about the fucking weather is 1 minute is 80, 1 minute is 30. It's like, bro, what in the fuck?
They're saying it's about to break for good, so
That should be crazy as fuck.
I need to come on. I need a good 90-degree day.
1 minute you feel good, 1 minute you gotta
Cold
put
as
2
shit.
coats on.
Right.
Like, what the
I'm
fuck?
like, God damn, I'm trying to put the motherfucker away.
That shit's
I never had to
crazy.
wear it no more.
Now, anybody tune in right now, we trying to get to 500 subs. You know what I'm saying? We're at 380 something. Help us out. If you're somebody that watches, man, just like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Add to that count so we can get to 500 as soon as possible. We appreciate y'all a whole lot. We just coming off the streets, talking politics. We not telling y'all we smarter than anybody fucking body. But we do want MAGAs on here, and we can't seem to get MAGAs back on this bitch for some odd reason. Yeah. Now, we lost. Your boy won. Why we hide? That's the only part I just don't get. You know what I'm saying? Now, as you can see at the beginning of this joint, it was a motherfucking slew of people out getting interviewed by Reverend Al Sharpton. You know what I'm saying? Sharpton. Read him up on him. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I had noticed about this right here, and then well, everybody understand that me and Tony disagree on a lot of things in the Democratic Party, right? But in the end, we both are Democrats at the end. And we want a Democrat to be successful. So even though I like Kamala, he want another candidate, but we both are Democrats.
I didn't say that. I said I'm listening.
Come on. I put it like this: you ain't me, right? I'm a full-throated Kamala. All right, can we leave it like that?
Yeah, you got your candidate.
All right, exactly. So what I want to do is, from this point on, we're gonna watch and see all the people and see who runs and what do they do. We're gonna watch their speeches and listen to them and see what they say.
Because
right?
you're doing yourself, you don't. If you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not, you will end up voting blindly in. No matter who you pick in the end, I can still vote for Kamala. I know I already have, so I don't have to, basically vet her. Anybody else that get in there, they gotta be vetted. What you coming in? What you trying to do? What would you do? How would you do this different? Where you trying to take it on healthcare? Where you trying to take it with the war and all this other shit? So,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you watch, you looking at the Democratic Party when you watch this. What I'm trying to get to is, this is the Democratic Party, right? And there's no way I could sit here and say that because we are Democrats, everything that comes up on the table, we both won't agree with, right? But in the end, we probably don't agree on the process and who does it and what it is. But in the end, we both agree with, as long as it's a Democrat doing whatever their vision was. You know what I'm saying? We both disagree on the division of each person's, right? In the Democratic Party. In the end, whoever is the Democratic nominee, we both will be voting for. Is what I'm saying.
I don't support the nominee unless the nominee crazy. But yeah, whoever the nominee is, I'm gonna get behind. Because in the end, all of your policies really ain't gonna be too far off from each other. Whether it's how left is the country. We already know that the country as a whole leans left. How far left do they want to go? Do they want to go moderate, say, we guess, damn, who's moderate? Who's moderate? Or do they want to go far left, extreme? That's the wing of the party. Kamala Harris was a part of the Bernie Sanders wing. Her policies was woo. She was as far left. So how far do people want to take it? And we're going to find out during the primaries.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole point I'm trying to make is we watch the podcast is you watch a Democratic Party. That's what I'm trying to say in the end is you watching the Democratic Party. So you're gonna watch it play out on the screen in this podcast too, the same way it will play out in the party itself. That's what I was trying to get to. Is that
my thing is, look, if whoever want to run. That the cream gonna rise to the top. The best is gonna, whoever the best candidate is gonna win out. She's leading. She's either first or second in most of the polls right now, and about double digits in most of them too. So, we know her, but it's always, okay, is it somebody else that might catch fire or somebody else that got some ideas, or it's just a whole lot of shit. And it's gonna be on both sides. So this is gonna be the wildest. The 2028 election is gonna be the wildest election we ever see in our lifetime, because it's gonna be like a free fall on both sides. And we can say we ain't gonna be on this joint every night. We gonna have something. It's gonna be so fiery that we can do 2 podcasts a day, and both will be on entirely different subjects and breaking news. That's how fiery it's gonna be. And I can't wait for that shit. As soon as these midterms over, it's on.
exactly? So what I'm saying is, everybody, when y'all watch this podcast, you watching 2 Democrats. You'll watch the party itself, the same arguments within the party, everything play out on the screen. But one thing we ain't gonna do is let a motherfucker slide past just because they're Democrat.
Oh no.
So we've been having we got an issue here.
Ain't no issue.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now I fucks with my man. I fucks with him, right? In fact, we're gonna let y'all hear a little bit of him. A speech. I think it was 6 days ago, when he was in front of the Capitol. Eric Swalwell is running.
I'm a citizen speaking to you in a moment of national peril. It was once written that, quote, the FBI was created for a noble purpose. Today, it is frequently being directed against political opponents, end quote. The author goes on to warn that the Bureau cannot, under any circumstance, lose focus of their mission and, quote, play political games. You'd think that was etched into the glass at Quantico, or maybe spoken by John F. Kennedy. It wasn't. It was written by Kash Patel. The brave investigative revelations this weekend in the Washington Post and New York Times aren't just news stories. They're a diagnosis of a sickness, of a great Washington rot. They detail an effort by the federal government to manufacture deceit, to crush a campaign not with arguments, but with bruised purple fists of power. The president dreams of a servant in Sacramento, a Western White House. But unfortunately for him, our campaign is winning. So with early voting starting in about a month, Trump and Patel are trying to interfere in the California election. They are desperate to extend their reach until there is a corner of this republic, no corner left, untarnished by their revenge. They think that if they can sneak two Republican loyalists past the June 2 threshold.
Now, this was him a little over about a week ago.
Yeah,
now, of course, everything he's saying, I'm agree with. I agree with everything he was just saying, right? And the one thing about this shit is, man, we're about to get into this Epstein and Trump files, is you can't have no tolerance for none of this bullshit. No matter who the fuck they is. You just can't have the tolerance no more. You know what I'm saying? And now, you gotta remember, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? But some of this shit that they saying.
You're one sentence away from launching your website with Base 44. Since the beginning of the internet.
Some of the shit that they saying is too detailed, like giving head. Like, what? That's way too detailed for it to be a complete lie.
Congressman Eric Swalwell, a candidate for California governor, sexually assaulted her. The SF Chronicle first reported the news. According to the publication, a woman who worked for Swalwell for nearly 2 years said she had sexual encounters with him while he was her boss. And allegedly, he twice sexually assaulted her when she was too intoxicated to consent. The woman says Swalwell began pursuing her within weeks after she was hired to work in the district office in Castro Valley in 2019. She says Swalwell messaged her on Snapchat, sending images of his genitals and seeking nude pictures of her in return. She also says one time Swalwell tried to kiss her, and another time he pulled out his genitals and asked her to perform oral sex on him, and she did. She also says Swalwell forced himself on her in 2024 when she tried telling him no. According to the Chronicle, last night, an attorney for Swalwell sent a cease and desist letter to that woman saying she had made false statements accusing Mr. Swalwell of sexual assault and non-consensual sexual encounters and threatening to sue her if she did not retract those allegations. Crown 4 has not independently confirmed these allegations, but we did reach out to Swalwell and he shared the following statement. Quote, "These allegations are false and come on the eve of an election against the frontrunner for governor." He wrote, "For nearly 20 years, I have served the public as a prosecutor and a congressman and have always protected women. I will defend myself with the facts and where necessary, bring legal action. My focus in the coming days is to be with my wife and children and defend our decades of service against these lies." Politico is reporting now that people have abruptly resigned from his gubernatorial campaign in recent weeks. Political influencers and other social media accounts have alleged sexual misconduct by Swalwell. The online posts have not included any specific evidence, but gained enough attention that Swalwell actually issued a public denial, saying he had never behaved inappropriately towards or slept with female staffers during his 7 terms in Congress. Last night, he canceled a town hall in Palm Desert, citing an illness. We're now working on learning more information. Stay with us on air and online at crown4.com.
Okay. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what you think, first of all? Democrat running for office right now.
You must get, he's already in office for real. He's a senator or a congressman, one or two. He's a congressman. Anyway, he got to go. You can't be behind by about this shit Trump doing, the Epstein files, and all this sexual pervert shit these motherfuckers got going on, especially in this era of Me Too. He got to go. He got to drop out the race, and he need to resign his seat.
Resign? Right now?
He's a sitting congressman. Yeah.
It was so much into that. First of all, so my thing is the confusion is when he say it's not true, he denied all of it, but it was consensual. Huh? Wait, what? What are you saying not true then? If it's consensual, that means you did it. Right or wrong?
Right.
So at the very least, you're admitting that you had sex with a 21-year-old, 22-year-old while you married. At the very least. You see what I'm saying? Like, if she's 21 and you having sex with her on a regular, and then she says out of the blue, "Oh, you had sex when I didn't want to," which is confusing too. When he say suck my dick, why would you suck his dick? That don't even make no fucking sense. So it's so much crazy shit going on with this, which tells me they was literally fucking them on a regular. Something has went down where something is wrong. Something has happened. Either the wife found out, or he cut off. The wife found out, and he cut off the month. Whatever was happening, and it turned into, all right, wait, I'm snitching, and you try to rape. Basically says you rape you. When you say it's unconsensual, what are you saying? Other than he rape you, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's so crazy to say to somebody about somebody that you fucking. Now, to me, she's 22 years old. She old enough to make a motherfucking decision, period. Now, if he fucking and cheating on his wife with a 22-year-old, that ain't no pedophilia type shit. That's a nigga cheating on his wife.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah, it's different.
And the fact he cheating on his wife is the problem. And it being in the office, to me, right? You cheat, you can't. First of all, he said it was consensual. So he said he fucked her. Mm-hmm. So you cheat on your wife, you in office, and you running for office. Huh? Mm-hmm. Now you feel me talking? Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, he's an asshole.
You's a bold motherfucker. Because to me, you can't get away with the fact that you said it's consensual. Right. When she said she was asleep or some drunk or some shit.
She was drunk and didn't know what was going on.
Exactly. But then you say it's consensual. That means y'all fucking. First of all, you admitted that. Y'all fucking. So now let's stay on that. You fucking a college kid while you married, running for office, and in office. How dumb fuck is that, bro? You can't get no dumber fuck than that.
Yeah, he dumb. I don't know fuck he thinking.
That's about as dumb as you get.
But all this started off with some old and this was some shit they had, I guess they had buried it. Then when the old shit came up and it got some attention, all this other shit started coming out.
And it's crazy that she said the first incident was in 2019. And then the second one was 2024. Now you see what I'm saying? I do not like that. This nigga be on TV every day. Yeah. Every Sunday.
He got
every Sunday. He in office. He running again. And you just wait around to what? That's why I say something has disrupted something where she ain't feeling it no more. Something has happened where he probably cut her off. The wife found out. Something has happened, bro. Now you feel what I'm saying?
What may happen, but
found out. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I understand.
Because it's like out the blue, now he raped you. You feel me? Like, huh? But the last time in 2024.
I don't know if they got no motherfucking proof that that she tried to go to the authorities or something back in 80. Well, I was about to say 80 back in 2019 when this happened. So I'm gonna leave that. I'll leave that door open. So I ain't really dug into that part. But dude, you was doing something with the staffers, your young female staffers.
At the very least.
At the very least, you was hitting. He was hitting that. And Nah, you got to go. I mean, you can't be.
And plus Murray.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You can't parade this dude out there.
Yeah, he done. He gonna be resigned. What's the
Whatever.
date? I got. He gonna definitely resign.
Yeah.
Because one thing about Democrats,
I mean,
y'all might don't
yeah,
like Democrats or whatever the fuck. They get rid of motherfuckers like this ASAP.
Yeah.
He would
That
not.
was-
I say this time next week was the day. Sometime next week he'll be having a. He will, by the time we come back on Tuesday, he gonna be saying he quit.
Yeah, he
There's nothing he can do.
And here's the statement.
Because even if you ain't raper, you was cheating on your wife.
Yeah. Here's a statement from leader Hakeem Jeffries and Whip and Chair Aguilar on accusations against Rep. Eric Swalwell. Following the incredibly disturbing sexual assault accusations against Congressman Eric Swalwell, we call for a swift investigation into these incidents and for the congressman to immediately end his campaign.
Shit.
California's next governor. This is unacceptable of anyone, certainly not an elected official, and must be taken seriously. We commend the courageous women for sharing their experiences in this and all circumstances. We must ensure that those who come forward with allegations of sexual assault and harassment are heard and respected. All perpetrators of sexual assault and harassment, you say tomato, I say tomato, must be held accountable.
See, right there already.
He's done.
He's end of the road for him.
He's done.
It's end of the road. Cause like we just said, even if you didn't, and if you sexually assaulted her, that's a whole nother level.
He can't survive.
But at the very least, you admitted to fucking her.
I mean,
and you're married.
Though,
like, what are we doing?
I mean, but hold. Wait a minute. The motherfucker did the blackface, stayed in office. Remember him? The blackface motherfucker in Virginia.
True.
I ain't resigning shit.
He was a governor though.
Governor, yeah, I ain't resigning shit.
And then another thing about that is you get a lot of shit from him. He been trying to prove himself to black culture out there. He been doing so much stuff for black culture. It's a benefit in the end.
Yeah, I mean, in California, he probably, I don't know what district he is.
He's not going to win.
His district cover.
He got to drop out, bro.
Yeah, he got to drop out. Because he ain't gonna get no support from the party.
He got to drop out. It's just nothing left. It's just you fucked.
Damn! Let me see. Okay, this is a good thing.
Because first of all, he was leading in the polls, right? But how long does that last? By Monday morning, Tuesday morning, when everybody found out he got this shit going on.
Oh no, this should have been a few days early. Man.
His fucking shit gonna drop in the motherfucker. Right now, if I'm the leader of the Democratic Party, I'm looking for somebody right the fuck now to hurry up and jump in his fucking spot. I don't want to hear shit he got to say. Move.
All right, let's see.
Move. ASAP. Because we got the Trump Epstein files going on. We don't have time for this. And then your jackass been walking around on TV all this fucking time, barking and shit, talking a good game. The whole time you doing some shit behind your wife back. At the very least, you fucking hoes behind your wife back. Why be married? Fuck these hoes single. Fuck wrong with y'all? They get up there and be a fucking congressperson. Get the fuck out of here. You know, fucking Congress. They ain't gonna run a fuck. You got the fucking balls to try to run a fucking game? Are you fucking serious? You're not even serious. Come the fuck on, bro. In your mind, nigga, you know you was fucking behind your wife. You shouldn't even try to run again. Why would you do that? That's some bitch shit, bro. Like, what the fuck are you even thinking? How far in this campaign you thought you gonna go fucking this hoe? Really? Y'all talk shit about a barber, but every time I bring him up, he's squeaky fucking clean. Like, none of this. Black man, fuck wrong with y'all? Shit's ridiculous. And I fuck with him too. I fuck with everything when he come on TV. Oh yeah, I fuck with him. He talking that real shit. Shit run for something. You bitch ass nigga, why you not taking care of your backyard? Fuck wrong with you?
If he fucking with his congressional staffers, it's because he thought he had it good. He's from California.
Bitch ass.
So, but he still got a place, the government still got him a place out here in DC. Well, he out here in DC because he's a rep, so he's out here a lot. So, the wife probably back at home in California. So, he didn't start on nighttime and shit. So I hit them motherfucking intern. And
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Caught up.
I think he should be dropped.
Yeah.
The fuck side. Hey, whoever let drop him, bro. And then I'm nervous. I don't even know they ain't even prepared to even have somebody else behind him.
I mean, it was a primary, so he should be running against Rubin.
Shit's so crazy.
That shit, wow.
Get the fuck out of here. We're trying to win seats, bro, not lose them, you dumb fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all tight motherfuckers, and them Bernie Sanders ass niggas, y'all fucking us up. Get the fuck out the party. Completely. You're a dumb fuck that actually took time out to run for office. Don't cheat on your fucking wife, you dumb fuck. Be like me in the hood and just fuck hoes. Like, what's wrong with you? That's why I ain't running for shit. Because I like to fuck hoes. Get high. Like, what's wrong with y'all? I'm not stopping that to run from fucking office. And see, you want to run for office, don't stop nothing. And keep doing the shit. Cheating on your wife and all that dumb shit. Fuck out of here. You can't do all that. Nah. Let the Republicans do that shit. Dumb fuck.
Nah. You gotta drop the hammer on them because you know what I'm saying. He gonna feel the wrath because they gotta show to the public, that for one, we ain't being hypocrites about the shit. We mean what we say, and he gonna be an example.
When they see him no more
of what the fuck was gonna happen. When we get a hold of that motherfucking power, we get that gavel back, and it's coming.
Then she gonna say she was drunk.
She was sloppy. You got sloppy drunk. So both of y'all were sloppy drunk. Because you ain't got drunk by yourself.
And then she gonna say, "Oh, he told me to give him head." Oh, and I did. Huh? And you did. Like what? What are y'all even talking about at this point?
Thing in my mouth.
And then he said, no, it was consensual. Oh, you did fuck her then. You dumb fuck. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. No, you ain't black. Nigga, black nigga be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? I don't know that bitch.
I didn't want him to put it in there. But since he put it in there, I want to hear this sucking motherfucker anyway.
Yeah, like, huh?
What the fuck? It felt consensual, but it really wasn't.
Like, what the fuck? Speaking of consensuals, first of all, we got the Trump Epstein files out here.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if everybody don't know, that shit is tragic and nasty and disgusting. Those Trump Epstein files, bro. MAGAs will not come on and discuss that. I reach out to MAGAs every time we about the podcast to talk about the fucking Epsteins. They don't want to talk about that at all. But lately, my man here, No More Soul Brother, touched on something. He thought the Epstein smashed Trump's wife. That went over everybody's head when he said it. It just flew over. You know what I'm saying? But there's one thing about just niggas off the street. We sniff shit. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, something was fishy from the beginning. He wouldn't be surprised if this bitch was fucking Epstein.
Read the Epstein files. Epstein had her first.
So she comes out. I love it.
Me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today. The individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect. I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation.
One thing I want to know is what reputation is she even speaking about?
She's already
before she
known
even go any further
for being allegedly.
You was a whore.
Yeah, you sold that thing
like
overseas.
Reputation
They
of
got
slut.
you in promo pictures, baby. What the fuck is wrong with you, woman?
Escort hoe.
Yeah,
ain't gonna say her reputation.
He met you through Epstein. From my understanding,
that's why MAGAs don't want to talk.
In the joint, Epstein had her first.
MAGAs don't want to talk because Epstein hit it first. Like Ray J, he hit it first.
Yeah. What?
I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at a New York City party in 1998.
To be clear, none of those things, nothing about Melania Trump, was the Epstein headline that was dogging Donald Trump in the days immediately leading up to the start of the war he began with Iran.
Wait. It was a lot she said there first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. First, she said she was never friends with Epstein. Huh?
Right.
Why you had to go that far? Like, that's a complete lie. That was unnecessary to even say. Yeah. But then, a few things she said. Oh, it's just normal to run into people in New York in the social scenes. That was the same line that Hillary Clinton used when they said she was in the joint. The exact same joint, bro. It's like when she stole Obama's wife shit.
Yeah.
It's like she listened to the people that she really like, for real. And regurgitate their shit. Like she get a speechwriter and say, listen to Obama, listen to Clinton. Okay, what they say? Write it down for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
find me a speech, a good one, and make me one off of it.
So why all of a sudden the social networks of things you might have bumped into them, like Hillary said? Why wouldn't for her the same? It just doesn't make sense.
Right. Because your husband is seen in numerous photos from all types of places with this dude, and she has been in many of the photos too. So,
but catch the key thing she said though. She said, "Oh, we met by happenstance, huh? In a New York party in '98." What make you think that was Epstein party? Why would you even say that? That's when Epstein and them was doing their things. Who party you was at, Bo?
Right.
So it's like she trying to lie, but giving facts by accident. You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
Oh, 98 party in New York, huh? Everybody can look that up and try to figure out what party you talking about, ho.
Right. I don't know, but I think this shit with Melania. It don't add up to me in the fact that, bitch, why is you doing this?
First of all, they already passing hoes around before she came in the scene. Why would they stop with this hoe?
But why?
Only thing that happened is Trump probably fell in love with her after he fucked her.
Yeah.
And then snatched her up and hold her up and bottled her up.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Epstein and his lawyers, all them niggas that be passing these hoes already fucked this hoe. That's why she give it to tell her, I don't know them people. You don't know them? That sounds so stupid to say. And then this bitch ain't talking 19 months. She comes out to talk about some Epstein and her fucking Epstein. Huh? This the first fucking lady. And the only time she came out to talk, it's like she don't want to talk about shit. But the only time she come out is you say she fucking Epstein. Like what?
I'm trying to tell you, it's something. You gotta look below the surface of this shit. You gotta dig a little deeper. This bitch is playing defense.
Some more shit coming.
Something is about to come out. Something real deep. And but why now? The shit that's been out there, been out there. It's been out there for weeks, been out there for months.
Yeah, she just pops out, yeah.
So why now? Ain't nothing new come out about her that wants First Lady of the United States having a press conference.
No bullshit.
So my thinking is something about the drop. And look, before it's all over, the shit is coming and the shit is coming soon. We sit here and argue back and forth the other night, and before I forget, shout out to Godfather. You know, we just got caught up the other night, but we owe you one. You know what I'm saying? But this shit is gonna come out with. We talk about MAGA. MAGA is fractured. MAGA is fucked. You got Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, but that bitch Marjorie Taylor Greene, now Alex Jones. All of these people that turned on Trump. And so and a talking point is he's not MAGA, he's of the Epstein class. This shit is coming. They don't want this dude in the White House. Somehow, some way, somebody, it's gonna be a dirty motherfucker. It could be a Republican, it could be a Democrat. When some shit can be leaked, it's gonna be leaked, and it's gonna be so fucking devastating. This country is not yet in the crisis that this motherfucker gonna cause. This motherfucker gonna cause a crisis. They can get this motherfucker. They're gonna have this country fucked up for years.
We already doing that as we speak.
And watch. Because
it's like
I said it several times on here. He's not going to hold for him.
I hope not. We don't want to be working with no JD Vance either.
Nah, they got plans for him.
So I don't know how to go with that. One thing about it, JD Vance ain't going to war. He too soft for that. Motherfuckers be coming home ASAP fucking with him. Now, like my man said, these motherfucking MAGAs is eating themselves within. They're all trying to talk like us, talk like Democrats, talk like politicians, Democratic politicians. All of a sudden, and they act like they just thought of it.
That he made about destroying the whole civilization of Iran. The president has a long history of shocking and unprecedented social media posts. Why was this the final straw for you?
Because it's absolute madness. How can any person that is mentally stable call for an entire civilization of people to be murdered, to be wiped out, to never come back again? That's what the president called for. And that shows that there's serious instability in his thinking, that he would not only would he
will
even say
make
that in a private
America
room,
great
perhaps with his
again.
advisors, but actually go to his megaphone, his Truth Social, and post that for the entire country and the entire world. And it's unreal. This should never be tolerated. I know it's a very difficult, hard stretch to see it actually coming through, but the conversation needs to be had, and he's out of control. And people within the administration need to step up, take responsibility,
but you can't make a thing. You dig what I'm saying?
And administration officials, as we've heard, have said that he was ready to follow through with this threat. Just hours after he made it, he announced this 2-week ceasefire that's still very...
Okay. I can't stand. First of all, I can't stand motherfucking black MAGAs, coons. But these redneck sucking orange neck demon dick ass hoes that try to act like they got fucking amnesia and everybody else bump their head with them. And they get on this fucking TV and act like they got sense. Are you serious? Not that bitch, Marjorie Taylor, bleach blonde, bad built bitch. Not her.
This is what people not understanding. And you're not looking at it. Marjorie Taylor, Carlson's and Alex Jones, they still talking the same MAGA bullshit they always talk. They just don't want Trump as the head of the party. They through with Trump. But the values, if you want to call it that they live by, that's what they still promote. They ain't switched over to the other side. They ain't all of a sudden became liberal. No, they just as far right as they always been. They just don't like Trump. So that's what people got to be careful, especially who you listening to, because a lot in this election coming up, all these elections, starting with midterms, already started, that people gonna vote in ways they ain't never voted. You got motherfuckers that gonna vote, ain't never voted Republican all their life. They gonna vote for the Democrat. Because this shit is out of whack.
So everything we done listen to lately, even Kamala, really boils down to, in the middle of this campaign, was Trump telling you guys the truth or not? That's what it comes down to. We already knew he was lying. Has motherfucking black MAGAs and Republicans have woken up to the fact that he's a fucking liar? No. If y'all ain't got to that point yet, that's where our problem was, lie. But as a Democrat, we need to just put the strongest candidate up first. Republicans should motherfucking lose every fucking race they run, bro. I don't give a fuck how gerrymandered that shit is. They are a disaster for the government. None of them that runs care about the government. None of them that runs care about people. Fuck the Republicans, period. They can be good enough to be there in Congress just to say, oh, if y'all gonna run that bill, what about this and that? That's cool to have them there. But to make this final decision and the shit for America, get them the fuck out of here, bro. They don't give a fuck about clean air. They just don't give a fuck about shit that matters, bro. Get them the fuck out of here.
Republicans have to rebuild their whole after Trump leaves and whatever, they'll have to rebuild that whole party. But how? Especially if J.D. Vance is a standard bearer. So, but that's their problem. Democrats have a chance now. See, I think a lot of our disagreements come from this. You want now for that. To me, it seems you want action now. Ain't fuck all that other shit. Let's get to it. Let's get it now. Let's, take it to the streets, if you will. Me, I'm more of a big picture thinker. I look at the overall. Like, right now, I'm saying stack them seats. Because the more of these special elections you win and going into the midterm with momentum, the more seats you get, the more power that you have. And, to get shit done. And then you want that Senate and that House full of Democrats where you got majorities, nice majorities on both sides. And you can really get shit done, no matter who the candidate is. So I think I'm looking at the big picture. Stack these motherfucking seats and set the groundwork for 2028. Because if all goes according to plan, you gonna get a blue tidal wave. You gonna have a Democratic, you fuck around and have a Democratic dog catcher.
To me, it's no reason to vote for a Republican for no reason. They haven't even motherfucking generated a job in centuries. Democrats the only ones that create jobs. They ain't created a fucking job in years, decades, ever.
See, this is the thing too. This election, you're gonna see Democrats out in them areas because now we not only told you, we bring receipts. So you can see them out in the Midwestern towns or rural areas where they say, they won't have to go to them Trump voters and talk to them motherfucking people. In addition to talking to all the people that you normally do, you want to see Democrats every fucking way. Now Republicans, that's another fucking story. Because we already know they ain't coming nowhere near us. So they're right there. That eliminates everywhere.
But like if you're just a general person walking around in America, it's almost no reason for you to vote Republican.
Nah.
It's none. It's almost, unless you're a religious bigot. If you are a religious bigot, then you're comfortable with this party running shit. If you're not, you don't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a religious bigot, you really happy with what's going on right now. If you're a black MAGA, you don't know where your island at, the feet that you stand on, you don't know where you at right now. You really don't have no comfortability in this party. And now you really don't know what's going on. You have no feet under you if you're a black MAGA, to be honest with you. Because you're not a black person. You don't support black issues. You don't push black agendas. You don't push black candidates that's pushing those things for our culture. You just out there, bro. And it's at this point where you done found out, black MAGA, you don't have no place to live. Man, literally.
It's a point I've been trying to make. I'm not tripping off them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers ain't got they don't got nowhere to go.
Mm-mm.
They don't have, they stuck. You have to this shit just to have something to say. Now, when I say that politics is personal, and people took the shit that you voted for personal, because it was personal issues. When Trump campaigns, he attacks personally whoever he's against, whether it's a person or maybe it's a group of people. He attacks them personally. And he tell you what he think of you. And he tell you he don't give a fuck if you die. And he'll tell you, and he told us that he didn't give a fuck if our mothers and daughters and sisters and aunts and cousins and family members died because he took away women's health care or did whatever he did. So he didn't give a fuck. That was personal. So how did you figure that you could vote for this motherfucker and still show up to the family cookout? You know, after one of your cousins had, a complication, and maybe, which many did, needed a procedure that was banned because of his ass.
Man, you got to step out back.
I do appreciate, we really appreciate everybody to take the time out, man. Check us out, Talking This Politics. We need y'all to check out our new podcast coming out for sure. We got another podcast coming out in our field of our expertise. You know what I'm saying, dog? So I appreciate everybody would check that out. You know what I'm saying, dog? All the beauty professionals out there that love to talk hair and things that has anything to do with hair, shops, anything, you know what I'm saying? We'll be definitely having a podcast about barbering, hairstyles, the culture, black culture, you know what I'm saying? The normal is and outs, you know what I'm saying, of the motherfucking podcast world. But we're going to be jumping up into the hair industry, you know what I'm saying, dog? Where my man is now a student in the barber school, and I'm a master barber. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have conversations from beginners to ends. You know what I'm saying, dog? So tune in to Who Did Your Hair podcast and holler at your boys. You know what I'm saying, dog? On this politic tip too. You know what I'm saying, dog? Yeah. Holler at your boys. Follow us on that joint. Follow us here. Get us to 500 subs on this joint. Then go follow us on the motherfucker Who Did Your Hair podcast. You know what I'm saying, dog? Holler at your boys.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view.